What is good, people? This is your boy Dion Cruz, and I am waiting for this to catch up with me. This is why I should leave my laptop plugged up when I start the live. 1 second, people. You know how technical difficulties get. In the meantime, how is everybody doing? What's up? What are you guys doing on this late Saturday night? Hold on. Whoa. This is not the camera I want. This is not the camera I want. What is this? Okay. This is better. No, that is not it. Okay. Wow. Why do those two cameras make me look like two different people? What's up to everybody that is in the chat? What's up to Kamiko? What's up? Oh, that's me. What's up, Gina? What's up, Sabrina? What's up, everybody? This is your boy Dion Cruz, and this is another episode of Glock Topics. Ignore the delay in the beginning. You know how it happens. So, T Brown, how you doing, T Brown? So I got all the information this time, T Brown. So I'm coming to you with some facts this time. I know what I'm talking about this time, T Brown. Say now, how's everybody doing? It's late as hell. I wasn't gonna come on. You know I'm coming on tomorrow to talk about Potomac. But I did want to talk about these text messages that leaked between Vince and Tamar's ex, David. So how's everybody doing? Vince and David had a discussion after the situation with Tamar that caught news on TMZ, and everybody knows about it. And David's accusing Tamar of being abusive and all this other stuff. So I did get these text messages, and I want to shout out. I don't know if she's here, but I want to shout out Anika because she sent me this at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. She sent me this really early, right? And I wasn't sure about it. I'm looking at the text, and I'm like, where I'm talking to. So you already know. I know you know the information. But yeah, okay, I'll speed it up. So yeah, basically this message is out. It's about Tamar. It's between Vince and David, and they're getting into it. The YouTuber who put the video out, her name is Should I read it or should I let the YouTuber read it? I have the text, but I want to hear her read it first because they're like photocopied and some of them are illegible. So I'm gonna let the YouTuber read the text first, and then we are gonna talk about it. I might read it for dramatic effect as well. But this lady's name is Layla Lynn, and she put these texts on her YouTube channel. And I can confirm that the texts are real. They are being used in the case against Tamar. So just check it out.
What's up, you guys? I'm here today with the text messages, the recent text messages between Vincent Herbert and David Adefeso. During the situation with Tamar, a lot of people have been asking, where is Vince? Where is Logan's daddy? Can Logan's daddy come get him? Where is Vince in this situation? So in the court documents that David Adefeso filed, he included exhibits. Like this is Exhibit C in the court documents, and it's the text messages between him and Vince. Now, he does also include as Exhibit D the text messages between him and Tamar. He has made them public by including them in the court documents, but we're not going to get into those today because I feel like he shouldn't even have done that. From reading his conversation with Vince, I really feel like he is just out of order. We're not going to put Tamar out there like that, reading her text messages. But I think reading the conversation between David Adefeso and Vincent Herbert can tell us a lot. So let's get into it. This is what he said to Vince on Tuesday at 7:48 p.m. He said, "Hey, Vince, you know what? Let me just read it and then I'll give my commentary." He said, "Hey Vince, I'm currently spending time with my mom on the spiritual journey she and my pastor, brother-in-law, and I have been on for the past few months. As I described yesterday, and as I'm sure you can relate to, I need to heal, and the only way I know to do that is using the Spirit and Word of God. I therefore don't think it is a great idea, unless it's an emergency or an urgent crisis or situation, for us to be in contact for a while until I'm able to heal. If it is an emergency, however, please text and let me know what it is, and I would be happy to reach out. As I mentioned yesterday, Tamar also needs to heal. As you and Tony have previously told me, it is imperative she be checked into an inpatient. He said inpatient medical facility where she can get the necessary care she needs so she can heal. It's important that she not be left alone by herself. I must tell you that my respect for you over the past 2 years has grown tremendously, primarily due to the way I've seen Logan evolve as a kind, smart, creative genius, and knowing that in addition to Tamar, you have played a huge role in that. It would have been my greatest honor and pleasure to have played my part in helping to shape that young genius mind of his into the philanthropic billionaire or U.S. president I know he one day will grow.
Not a commercial.
When you're born, when you're a little baby.
Why did I record a commercial?
To me. I do hope that one day I get the opportunity to continue to try to do. Yeah, and Vince responds, So, okay, David goes on to say, in the meantime, please let me know if any emergencies or crises are imminent that need my immediate attention. Otherwise, I would like to try to heal my wounds and focus on my God. I'm sure you understand. I am packing the rest of Tamar's things and should have them ready by Thursday evening. Can you let me know where to ship them? I know there are quite a few things in there that she needs. God bless you, my brother. Please continue to stay strong, and please don't hesitate to let me know if there's an emergency. So Vince responds. Y'all want to know how Vince?
Okay, I'm gonna pause right there because like always, I should have read the text too because I think I would have added a little more dramatic effect. But like David is always trying to do in these texts, it seems like David is seemed like he tried to shape the story to Vince before the story came out. And it seems like he did his usual fake deep bullshit. Um, yeah, this is how things are going on. You know, Logan is an incredible boy. You did a good job. I understand your frustration with Tamar after all these years. So he's basically playing it up, acting like Vince maybe will go along with this. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but I don't like David. Why is David always talking for everybody else? But let's keep going.
Vince is very professional, but he let this man know how he feels. He said, "Thank you, David. I only called you and texted you today as a courtesy call because you told me you would provide a time to pick up all of Tamar and Logan's belongings. I didn't hear from you, so I can arrange my schedule." David, I was only trying to, y'all know it's something. When you texting David, you got to call David's name in the middle of the text. David, I was only trying to keep the peace because Tamar has been saying she's been trying to retrieve her belongings. It is now safe to say she's moved on from this vile and abusive relationship, and hearing the tape from the other day, I don't blame her. Tamar is getting help. As you know, she's been in deep therapy from Dr. V, who treats and cares for people like Tamar all the time. She expressed to me that she doesn't feel like Tamar needs to be institutionalized, so she doesn't need to be in inpatient therapy. But thank you for your concern. I've also talked to Tony, and she said she hasn't spoken to you since the incident that happened at your home and Tamar was released from the hospital. But we will take care of Tamar and Logan since the responsibilities were too much for you. So he shut down a lot of things just in that first message. For David to say that Tamar needs to be in an inpatient facility, he shut that down and said that's not what the doctor recommended. For David to bring up Tony, and Tony said this and Tony said that, and Tony said she didn't talk to you. So let's continue. He goes on to say, please know that after the stunt you pulled on Saturday, you seeing my son is absolutely out of the question. So he shut that down. How David was like, I want to continue to mold his genius mind. Vincent Herbert shut that down. He said, you used a 7-year-old boy and his emotions for your own publicity stunt. Never again will you be alone with him for any reason. You used Tamar's love and trust for you and manipulated your time with Logan to use him for your Instagram and life. I don't know if you were aware that you can't post someone's minor child without the parent's permission. Let me know what time on Thursday to pick up everything that belongs to Tamar and Logan. Okay, now listen to this very carefully, y'all. Listen to this. If you were wondering the truth of what happened between David and Tamar, this is a third party, Vince, saying that he heard the recording when Tamar recorded what was going on in the car between her and David. He says, after hearing you threaten Tamar's life, I believe the last thing I would do is give you an address for you to find her. Because remember, David asked for an address to send her things. And so Vincent is like, I'm not giving you an address for you to find Tamar after the way you threatened her. Vincent goes on to say, I don't mind having a police escort to make sure everything is cleared out. The way you packed her things the last time was disrespectful, and it looked like a bunch of trash. She nor Logan deserves that. I know exactly what he's talking about when people pack stuff up and it looks like trash. It is disrespectful. Vince goes on to make it clear, we are not friends, and we will never be after hearing how you treated Tamar on Sunday. My conversation with you yesterday was respectful and honest, and you never mentioned what you said to her, how you threatened her, then called the police on her as if it wasn't you on that tape I heard threatening to Logan's mother. Y'all hear that? Vincent mad. Vincent calling his name again, David. At first, I was a cheerleader for you two. I'm disappointed and disgusted for a man to talk to any female the way you talk to someone you told me you loved and promised me you would protect. After I make sure Tamar and Logan's belongings are cleared out of your home, there is no need to contact you, nor for you to never contact Logan. I trust that you will have her watch that's in your car, various boxes in Logan's room, and everything else packed neatly, keyword neatly, so we can have this done privately and quickly. You let me know if you have any questions or issues, but for now, we have nothing else to discuss. All right, you guys, so these are the conversations, these are the text messages that are being had.
Oh, where the fuck I go? So, what are you guys thinking? I know a lot of people beforehand thought they were still like kind of with David. They thought like Tamar, maybe Tamar is abusive. Maybe her issues kind of got the best of her and she did strike David. I wasn't buying the shit from the beginning. I don't really trust the dude. I really kind of held my opinion before. I said I didn't really trust the dude, but I really kind of held my opinion before because we don't really know anything. But I'm just gonna say I don't really trust the nigga. I never have. Every time something comes out about Tamar, it is from him, and in some way, it is to shape his image and to benefit his image. From the time of the alleged suicide, we don't even know if it was a suicide now. Like now that I think about it, we don't really even know if it was a suicide. But from the alleged suicide, from him putting out the statement about her being upset with WeTV, from him putting out the tweets, that random tweet that was sent to the family but was somehow sent to the blogs, and then the 911 call where he's telling the 911 operator all these things about WeTV and things Tamar is going through instead of tending to her body that he says is right there, unresponsive. Everything he's put out and everything he's shown me just seems shady as hell, and I don't trust the dude. I never have. So for these text messages to be used and allegedly be used in court documents, I'm just like, it just further proves that he was not to be trusted. I mean, what is Vince saying? Vince is saying things like, he probably was. He probably was. Vince is saying things like, uh, the doctor told me Tamar doesn't even need to be in inpatient care, and that's where you bring her. And that probably did fuel the argument that he said they had. And like many people have said, why was he so worried about this video that she was taking if she was the one being the aggressor, if she was the one attacking him? So, like Vince said in the text messages, he threatened to kill her. What page? Yeah. My conversation with you was very respectful and honest, and you never mentioned what you said to her, how you threatened her, then called the police on her as if it wasn't you on the tape that I heard threatening to kill Logan's mother. So yeah, like he didn't mention that. Obviously, he wouldn't, and that just further goes to prove that. Well, I don't know if anybody still has David's side. I'll put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come defend David or further agree with what I am saying and what Vince has said in the text messages. Sometimes true victims can't tell on their abuser, but you might have the courage to send to anyone other than police. I absolutely agree with that. Sometimes you are in a situation where you are either too in love or too scared to actually go to the authorities, but you do have enough courage to tell somebody who you think will be able to help you out of that situation. And if she, I don't know who she sent this to because we really don't know. We hear David's side, and David is saying that she sent it to his family, but we don't really know what's going on. And obviously, Vince knows something. As Vince also said in text, Tamar's family doesn't know anything. Tony hasn't heard anything since this whole suicide scare. So imagine the family right now. They have no idea what's going on with Tamar. And everything they hear is coming from blogs and leaked sources and stuff like this. Stuff like these texts. But to me, it sounds David was using words. She hit him. She recorded. Hold on. What? See, Brown, you have to use some commas. What? But to me, it sounds like David was using words. She hit him. She recorded words. She could be. She has to turn it. I get what you were saying. Mental gymnastics make the public think Tamar is being her grandiose self when in reality he is the one truly wants the spotlight. I absolutely agree. He's trying to shape the. I don't know what you were trying to say. David claims he talked to anyone. He talked to anyone. Lies. I don't think David had. I think David has been planning this out very well. I think David knew which pieces he was going to leak, which pieces he was going to tell the public, and how he was going to shape the story to make Tamar seem even more unstable than she seemed to us because of the alleged suicide. So, I mean, I think that was just David being David. What do you think, and what were you trying to say, T. Brown?
Listen here. What I'm not gonna do is try to figure out to be no English teacher in the middle of the night. That's what
Hold on. Can you read it yourself?
it says. But to me, it sounds like David was.
There's no like. You didn't put like. Where you get that like from?
Okay, wait a minute. But to me, it sounds David was using words. She hit him. She recorded words. Could be she hasn't turned in recording because it shows her hitting him.
Okay.
O M.
Okay. I got it. I got what you're saying. You could have used one comma. Like one comma would have helped me out, especially the last one. But what do you think?
That's what I think. I think he was using words. And she was recording him because probably nobody believed that he really talked to her like that. So he was talking to her in a derogatory way, verbal abuse. It happens. But she took it upon herself to hit him in the jugular. He ran off the road, crashed the car.
Hold on. I want to stop there because because you watched it. I know you watched it more than one time. In the beginning, he said that he didn't crash. He said he almost crashed, right?
How you get $30,000 worth of damage if you didn't crash?
But I'm just asking you, do you remember his words? He said she hit him in the jugular. He almost crashed, and then at the end, he said that
He said he
had,
was combobulated.
he also said he almost crashed. I caught that. How you almost crashed and then you got all this damage. I don't believe you, sir.
Y'all just don't want to believe this man. I think he a bad man. I do.
I really thought he was. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought he was like a good dude coming in to save Tamar's life, keep her stable. Be that like that. That like reasonable person on her shoulder when she acts unreasonable.
Listen,
But I also now I think he's one of those people that can show that good face really well. Like me, you see my face all the time. I can't hide shit on my face. My face tells everything. Him, on the other hand, I think he's playing it up too good.
listen. I done forgot what I was gonna say. But for real, listen, I think the dude is bad. I really do. I think she met her match. But I'm just trying to figure out, was the end result for you to get back with Vince? Because this whole time you ain't really said nothing about Vince. You act like you ain't want nothing else to do with Vince after that little shamako between your mama running out telling your business about somebody bit somebody. So now all of a sudden Vince, are you with Vince? I mean, he act like y'all staying together. Tamar and my son will be fine. I will come and get her belongings and da 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 da.
I mean, he's her child's father, though. Like, I
Bruh,
mean, at the end
bruh.
of the day, they were married for mad long. So if you see somebody
They,
like dogging your ex-wife, you're to come in and be like, all right, well, like I'm not fucking with how you treating her right now. Like, we got this. Like, at the end of the day, he has to take care of Logan. So if he's taking care of Logan, what's wrong with taking care of
Google
his
how long
mom?
they were married.
Huh?
Google how long they were married.
I don't want to.
See, you would want over 5-6 years.
What does that mean though?
But you talking about mad long, like they were together 15, 20 years. It won't that
Long enough to be in love and love her and be around their
long.
family for mad long. I don't know. Let me Google this because I need an actual number now.
Deal.
Huh?
Long enough to get your record deal. Then when he got started getting sued, you want to bail out. Oh, I'm just not in love with him no more. No, you just didn't want to be broke. So you went to David and you met your match.
How long were they married? 9 years of marriage, almost a decade. That is a decade of love right there. You cannot.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You cannot.
Almost 9.
Take, huh?
Almost 9.
9 was 10. 9 is basically 10. You got to think about the dating stage too.
Nah, bruh. That included the 2 years before they got divorced.
Like they said in the chat, he did say he almost crashed, and then later said that he had all this damage. Like, which one is it? And there is no. Now tonight, I will be looking up this whole police report or this case that he says if it's really filed, then it should be on record. And I love like doing this little investigation shit.
Right. So you should do that for
Because I wasn't thinking he even filed anything because it didn't immediately surface right after. So I'm like, I'm not gonna keep, paying because you gotta pay for these little stupid ass sites. I'm not gonna keep paying my little $7 to be checking his website every day if he's not really filing. And where they live, LA or
LA.
Atlanta? Plus the year she chased him. Yes, caller. She met her match.
Thank you, Keon. You met her match.
I was married to an emotional abuser. When in public, he wanted everyone to think he was great, but behind doors, he was a monster.
Exactly. That's what David is. And she met her. Was that Evelyn Braxton? Ooh. No, I'm just kidding. Woo!
Thank you. Good stuff. I want to know if I have the part where he says almost crashed in my Instagram video because I cut through a lot of that jumbo he was talking.
Go to the department of LAPD and pull up this crash record.
I can't do that right now. I gotta put payment information in. You know I'm dumb. I'll put all my information up there.
What?
Well, I'd like to say that mental health is real.
Okay, we don't care.
I remember, Tamar went through some childhood abuse, and she, to overcome that, she created a movement, a website called No Need to Be Shamed, and it was for sexual abuse,
I cropped
people
this
who were
too.
sexually abused. And I think we should create a No Need to Be Shamed for people who are.
No, I cropped it. It's gonna skip at some point.
Have mental health issues, and it's not something we should hide from. It's been 2 years. You can't forget that love. I love Tamar with my.
Hold on, he said it's been 2 years and you can't forget that love. And you telling Vince to forget after 10.
It ain't been 10.
But let me continue.
Time. I loved her from day one with my entire heart, my body, my soul, my spirit. I loved her with everything I had, and I stood by her through thick and thin. I'll continue to stand by Tamar no matter what. But we can't forget the victims of something else, and those are the victims of domestic assault, domestic violence. Domestic violence happens to men. 40% of domestic abuse and domestic violence occurs against men. I've been a victim of domestic violence, domestic assault. I was attacked. I was driving on high speed, and I was attacked. A blow to my neck, my jugular. For those of you who know about medicine and the jugular, that's what carries blood to your brain. When you're hit there, it discombobulates you. And I thought I was gonna crash.
I thought I was gonna crash.
Fast. I had to call my mom. I called.
So you didn't crash because you thought you were gonna crash.
I said I almost crashed. She said I thought I was gonna crash.
Even better.
No, it's
Even
not.
better from my side.
No, it's not.
Oh my God, T, come on.
You don't get that one.
He thought he was gonna crash. So where the damage come from? Okay, I was wrong. But okay, let's think about what he said now.
I thought I was gonna crash, and I did crash. But that can easily be what happened. I thought I was gonna crash, and I did. Oh yeah. Can't say I almost crashed, then turn around and said, but I did crash. No, you can't do that. But I thought I was gonna crash, and I did.
I did not get a notification. Nobody ever does. She probably tried to keep him from driving fast. I did that to somebody once. His voice is scary, man. The damage was her ripping out the cameras out of his car.
That's what I thought at first, but I was like 30,000. Oh no, ain't no camera.
Tamar supposedly texted Jason Lee, and she stated in text she ripped out the TV seats out of the car. Oh, where are these text messages at? On his site? I don't like him.
Yes, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Type in gag.
No.
Not him that view.
Nah, no. If you put it on his, I'll do his Instagram page, but I ain't doing his YouTube. Huh?
How shady is this though? He did it with T.S. Madison. He waited till T.S. Madison was on his show to then talk about Tamar and David. So you know it was a setup from Gate.
I don't like him, and he just does shit like that all the time. I do believe she put her hands on him.
I believe it 100%, Keon. I'm with you.
He was attacked. The only thing that's an attack is his insulting my intelligence.
Oh my.
Don't give that fool a view. I am not. Hi,
Well,
trainer.
go to TS Medicine Instagram page,
But I
and
think she
got
got
a
me
clip.
blocked.
Got the clip of it up there. 'Cause that's where I first seen it.
I saw it on Layla Lynn page.
Which one?
Keep going. Mm,
I missed the beginning. How long have you been live?
It says 30 minutes.
No. Okay.
We just talked about the text messages. You seen the text messages, right?
Yes, I've seen the text. I've just seen the messages. I've been out. My kids took me out to dinner and drinks for my birthday. So
mm.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, happy birthday.
thank you. So I'm
Go
a little tipsy. I had a margarita and I don't drink. So
That's what's up.
go
I'm.
up, block.
But yeah,
Oh,
I'm so glad you went live because I just caught up on this. I've been out of the loop all day, and I was like, oh my god.
what is
But if
that?
he was trying to incriminate her by putting those text messages in the police report, it backfired on him because
Mm-hmm.
Vince got him together. And apparently they've been having issues since 2019 because Vince said when you pack up don't do her stuff like you did them last time by throwing them just in a trash bag
Maybe
like they're
they just.
trash.
I can't. Mm.
Which one is it?
It ain't up there now.
Are you sure?
Let me look. Let me look.
Thank you guys for the birthday wishes.
What is that right there?
That look like Cookie Tookie. I don't.
Oh, let's not go to her page.
What is Layla Lynn? I mean, how you spell that? Oh,
L
right there.
A I I think LAI.
Private.
Okay.
Private.
I couldn't spell it either. I had to just do the voice thing on my remote. No, her YouTube page. She have them on her YouTube page.
Oh, no, I got the text messages. I was looking for the text messages she allegedly sent Jason Lee.
Oh, well, I haven't seen any of those. I tried to find those too, and I couldn't find them.
I'm telling you, it's on that
Did he
YouTube.
put them out, or he just said he had them and he just
He
read them?
showed. He showed. I got a screenshot. What's your
He
Okay.
followed me on Instagram.
Uh,
I agree, Kamiko. He a BAN. I knew he was lying from jump. I mean, yes, I believe that Tamar probably did punch him in the jugular, but it was only after he grabbed her leg and her arm.
And
And
whatever, and try to stop whatever she was recording.
exactly. And then he tried to insinuate we were on our way to a medical facility for Tamar. And Vince was like, no, that's not true. Her doctor didn't even say she needed to be in a medical facility.
Just shutting down everything that's been coming out lately
Yes,
without even having to do it himself. That is the craziest part about it.
exactly. I commend Vince for standing up for her. And then when he tried to say, well, I still want to be a part of Logan life, what kind of psychopath are you to think that you're going to still be a part of my child life? Are you on crack?
Exactly.
And supposedly what made
Exactly.
him so angry is she have some type of evidence that he is down low.
Oh, what?
he
What?
he was him Vince in the beginning of that text.
What?
Yes, that he's down low. And he supposedly when they were in the car when she said that he, she had some suspicions about him being down low, and whatever was said in that car, on that video that she sent out to his people, because supposedly a cousin of his contacted her and said that David was down low.
What the hell?
And somebody said that last year, like toward the end of last year, that she had tweeted or posted something about someone in her life being down low, and people assumed then that it was David, but she never confirmed who it was. But now they're saying that, yeah, it was him that she was saying that safety.
But wait, so Glock, you get my message? Because I want you to read this. And this
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm just
I
trying
thought
to.
I was gonna crash, and I almost crashed because she telling it loud here.
I'm trying to save it without showing my DMs.
Yeah, I agree, Kiana. He does look like he might be a little fruity. His mannerisms. Vince said, "Don't get it twisted. We are not friends."
Okay, the text says, I don't. Who is this from though? Oh, okay, it says from Tamar. He said he was going to kill me. We were on the way to treatment. He said we were going to end up in a murder suicide. I only grabbed him after he grabbed me hard.
Listen.
That's the thumbprint. I never hit him. He hit me. I didn't do
Stop.
police.
Pause.
What? Why are you pausing me?
Because he said I only grabbed him after he grabbed me.
This is
I never
Tamar.
hit him I never hit him, but he hit me. Grab, hit, it's still a fight. You still put your hands on him.
Anyway.
Go on.
I can't. I never hit him. He hit me. I didn't do a police report because I wasn't trying to ruin his business. David just don't want to look bad on this WeTV show. He wants everyone to think I'm crazy. He's fame hungry and thirsty. Malika picked me up from treatment. She is a witness. He called the police after we left. And before I left, I tore the camera out of his 2013 Range Rover. It's funny she put the year. Because I know how thirsty he is. All facts. He is a liar.
I honestly believe Tamar has been.
Okay, like this text message doesn't really like help him.
Help who?
David. It doesn't like make him look any better. See?
I thought that was a text message from Tamar.
Right. But
It is a text message from
everybody sitting around saying Tamar not saying nothing. He the one saying everything. Tamar not really saying, oh, she talking. She just
Okay. This one little text message.
No. She sent him pictures, and she knew how Jason Lee was, because at this very moment, T.S. Madison was telling him, because he was like, I don't want to show the text message, but I text her. She was like, don't do it. I'm sorry. He was like, don't do it. He was like, don't do it. And he was like, this text message right here, you shouldn't have put up here. You should, but he had already done sent it to all the blogs. She knew what Tamar knew what she was doing when she gave him that text message.
Why is that a bad thing though? Like, he's already shaping the narrative. Why can't she
defend herself?
No, it's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, do it in your own words. Let people hear from you. Don't sit here and try to be shady by sending it to people and letting them tell your story. You tell your own story. That's what David doing. He's telling his own story.
But I feel like maybe for legal reasons that maybe she doesn't want to come out and speak since he's gotten the police involved.
But you still speaking either way.
Honestly, I don't see anything wrong with that.
I mean,
which one of us don't have sisters or homegirls or friends or whatever that we've let, drop a gem or two for them to be the spokesperson for us?
Everybody know Jason Lee not a friend. Everybody know Jason Lee is trying to make a come up.
True.
I agree.
Even Michelle have said that.
I agree. She knew the reason she sent it because
Yeah,
she
right.
wanted
That's
it
what I'm
out.
saying. She
She wanted
dropped
it
the
out.
gem. She
But
wanted it to get out,
I
but
don't.
maybe she personally is not ready to speak to the public yet.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But don't go if you're not ready to speak to the public, don't have nobody else speaking for you, sis. And then everybody sitting around like, well, she ain't saying that, she being silent. No, she's not. That's not being silent. If you telling people that you know gonna tell people.
Okay. I'll give her that. She's not silent no more.
Thank you. All I want is one. All I want.
Now you got people who agree with you. People is on your side. I believe the caller. She met her match. I don't even know what that means, but she agrees with you.
I said
But
her match. She met her match. That's what they agreed with. She met her match.
uh, uh, yeah, that don't
But
make sense.
my question is,
Lord,
why
wrong
is he
throughout decades.
so anxious and thirsty to take it to the public? Because none of us would have known about this had he not taken it to the blogs.
That is true,
Who?
David.
David, he's
What?
not a public figure. She is. So why is he speaking to the public? Why is he pleading his case to the public? If I believe Tamar, when she said she wasn't gonna file the police report or say anything because she didn't want to ruin his reputation. Why was he the
But
one?
that statement right there was already out. It was already in the blogs. If you notice though, what they were saying was a close friend of the family is the one who said these very same words.
No, I'm talking. I didn't
There,
hear anything about her rebuttal until after I saw that David had filed a restraining order against her.
Yes.
I heard that first, and then a little while later, I heard that a spokesman from the family said, "Nah, that's not what happened. Tamar is not the aggressor in this situation," and explained that they was in the car, they got into a verbal altercation, and then it turned physical, and he threatened to kill her, and I heard that after I heard that David had filed a
oh,
restraining order. And then from after someone from the family said something, which was probably Tamar saying something to Jason or TS or whoever she's speaking to in the blogs, then David went live and did that live video. But I may be wrong. That's the way I
That is
heard.
the order.
Huh?
That is the order.
Someone is saying that the rebuttal was out first. I didn't hear the rebuttal first. I heard the restraining order first.
The restraining order came out.
every time I read anything about Tamar and this incident, it said those very same words is in that text message. A close friend of the family said that it was gonna be a murder suicide and all this kind of foolishness.
Did you hear that first, or did you hear about the restraining order first?
I heard that first before
That,
David.
that didn't come out first though.
That didn't come out first. That came out second.
Yeah, it only came
Because
out
I
after.
remember if as soon as I saw the first thing about David filing a restraining order, I DM'd Glock. I DM'd Glock.
Tamar's boyfriend filed a restraining order, and that was 4 days ago. And then the next day, the
I
murder
saw that and I
suicide
was
plot
like, what
came out.
the hell? And I sent a message to Glock. And then a little while later is when I
And
heard.
then David went live to talk about finances. And that's it. Then the text messages showed up. Her response text messages. And then David and Vince's text messages leaked. Well, not leaked, but
They weren't leaked. It was that because he put that he made a copy of the text messages and put them in the police report.
Yeah. thinking, I don't know what he thought,
I don't know
there,
what he thought either.
but there's
He's
obviously other
delusional.
texts. There's obviously other texts from Tamar and
Well,
David that he.
Layla Lynn did say that there was a lot of other texts, but she said Tamar's going through enough, and she didn't want to put Tamar's text messages out because supposedly he those are in the report also.
They will be though. Like
Yeah,
they'll
they'll
be
be
out
out.
within within a day. That's crazy, but that's how things are.
The whole situation is sad, and it makes me think now that I remember every time they would go live for their couples in quarantine or whatever during the pandemic, Tamar was wasted. And I'm thinking they had been having problems and she was drinking probably to cope with it. And then with the filming of this reality show, she should have known better than to team up with Mona Scott Young, first of all. But it's just I don't know. I just seem to think that it's been going on for a while.
But she even said in the show, she was like, "Am I pulling you back into manager mode?" Like she all about trying to get another record deal, but then go get it into my she's scared to sing.
I
And
mean,
you were just on Candy tour before the COVID-19 thing came on, and you were just
have
singing,
you ever seen her perform live?
huh?
Have you ever seen Tamar perform live?
She was on Candy tour.
She's a good singer, but her stage presence, like you can tell that she's nervous as hell. Like
It's
all
a
the
lot
time.
of singers that have stage fright.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that BET performance where her eyes are just like
Closed.
she just looked crazy. It was just like, damn, not a good look. Like she's a good singer, but it's like I don't know what goes on when she be performing live. Sometimes she has good performances, but some of them she just be looking like a deer in headlights.
And then they try to make it sound like he was mad because they couldn't have sex.
I mean, possibly.
It
People get
probably
mad
was a
about
lot of
that.
things going on. And if Vince is coming to bat for her like it is in these text messages, I imagine that Vince have been right there waiting for. Oh, he probably has seen some things in David, but Tamar was all heart-eyed in love. You couldn't tell her nothing. Anytime your family withdraw from you because they're not feeling the dude you with, and people start saying something, sometimes you just have to listen because they see things that you can't see. And it's something, with even on the first episode of that show, how she was like saying that, she's not really in communication with her sister. Seemed like the only person she had in her life was her hired help and David.
Yeah,
No, Tamar kept a crowd around her.
real
But it was
friends. We
people she paid. I'm talking about like her sisters.
not yet. The show hasn't got bad yet. I think it may. I think it may.
Did Mona Scott Young release a statement saying something about the truth is going to be revealed through the show?
I think she might. I think she might try to help Tamar with editing in that regard. Possibly. I don't know what it will show really. What she say? Tamar set out an honest journey of growth and self-discovery to find her highest potential. I wanted to do a show about empowering. As is often the case when you decide to step into our light, darkness reveals itself to distract and keep us from being our greatest selves. But darkness never wins, and the truth always comes to light. We will always root for Tamar as she continues her journey of healing and finds her highest potential. Thank you, team, blah, blah, blah. And before y'all start flooding my comments with hearsay and non factual opinions, tune in and see the truth for yourselves. Whatever that means. That, That's Mona Scott, yo.
Do you think David is innocent?
Oh,
Oh, me? Hold on, go. You go first.
oh, was she asking me or you?
I was
She's asking
asking you.
both of us.
Oh, no, ma'am. I think she met her match.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think he is guilty of?
Huh?
What do you think he is guilty of?
Verbal abuse and probably some voodoo hoodoo. What you do?
And that's it.
That's enough.
That is enough, but that's it.
When you talking about you go and see your mama and we having spiritual stuff right then, I would have stopped talking. Good night, sir.
Good night.
Yes, I would have stopped talking right then.
I think he's
And who
guilty.
was he? I think he's guilty too.
I think he's guilty as hell. And I don't
I
want to
think
go.
that Tamar has been coping by drinking a lot. She probably was embarrassed because she was so public with her love for, him and everything, and that she didn't want to just give up on the relationship because she just got out of a relationship that I think that she had been in the being quarantined with him for that long probably brought out the real true colors. And
But he
she was
wasn't.
like, me and Logan living with this man, and I'm not working, and I don't really have a lot going for me right now. I already done lost. I just came out of a situation of losing everything, and now I I just kind of feel like it's a lot going on, and she's having a mental breakdown, and then dealing with an ignorant person while you having a mental breakdown is a lot. That's my opinion.
I agree. Is that it? Is that all, T?
Hold on, hold on. I'm in the middle of investing gadget right now.
Like I said, I think he is. I think he is trying to get the narrative out because he is guilty of something. And
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably didn't like what he was saying on that tape that she was recording, and that set some shit off. I don't believe he crashed his
Mm-hmm.
car because I don't know how you say you thought you were gonna crash and then end up saying, "Oh, well,
Why was he
I
driving
guess
so
I,
fast?
I guess ripping out the TVs could have been the $30,000 in damage." I guess. I guess.
You said ripping out the TV is $30,000 worth of damage.
I guess that's what
What,
he could
what they
only
had a
be talking
60-inch
about.
screen in there?
Yeah, his 2013 Rolls Royce. Yeah.
Is it Rolls Royce or
Oh,
Range?
Range Rover. Range Rover. Hold on, which one was it?
I
Was
You
it
thought
a
it was a
Range?
Rolls Royce.
I thought it was a Rolls Royce too.
Kaya, call in and give us your opinion.
She said this was bad. Neither of them are innocent. Tamar can be both a victim and an aggressor. He definitely came across someone as who has a lot of secrets still untold.
right. So I'm just trying to figure out how y'all
But let
feel
me tell
like
you,
Tamar innocent. I mean, she.
I
Because she's
do.
not the one that was pressing charges. She's not the one that went on video and was like, he did this to me. She's not the one that like was in and out the hospital. Like, I mean, he's not the one that was in and out the hospital. Like, she's the one that's going through something, and he's the one that's like speaking and the one that's like trying to make it seem like he's innocent in all this when nobody even accused you of anything. Like, he's like explaining shit that nobody even asked him, and that's like the first sign of a guilty person.
Mm-hmm. I was just getting ready to say um, it's like maybe I don't watch too many Lifetime stories, but that he's beat her up. She's wounded in the hospital on life support, and he's talking to the media, having press conferences, saying, "Oh, I hope they find the person that attacked my wife," knowing all along it was him. But this is something I heard last year, or it, maybe longer, when they first started going public with each other. I heard that David had a whole wife in Nigeria. And then that has resurfaced this week. I heard it again this week that he has a whole nother family in Nigeria. I haven't did any research to see if that's true or not. I don't find it far fetched. Um, I dated a Nigerian guy one time, and he had a whole wife and kids in
Oh,
London, and it
God.
just didn't tell me. So
So he gay and he got a wife in Nigeria.
I don't know. I mean, it's all kind of stories coming out. Hey, he could be bi. You know,
I mean,
go did.
impossible.
He like a little bit of everything.
Yes, Kaya.
I
How you doing?
I think for
I'm
me,
fine.
it looks bad on him knowing that she's having a mental breakdown right now. She just tried to commit suicide, and then for this to come out, it's like she's already a wounded person, and why kick a dog when it's down? Like, why kick a,
And he
why
was
take
saying
this to
things
the
in his live like I'll do it even to this day. I'll do anything she needs me to do. I'll still be there for Tamar, and at the same time saying, yeah, I have three suits against her. I am pressing charges for the civil case and the damages
Jesus
to
Christ.
my car and
and I'm
recording
just
and
gonna keep quiet, but he
No
keeps talking.
question though. What do y'all think Tamar is guilty of? Y'all asked me what I think David was guilty of, but I'm asking y'all what is Tamar guilty of? So y'all just think Tamar ain't did nothing.
I
No,
I
mean,
I
at
think
least
believe
make sure
she,
you have
Taylor.
survived.
I believe she probably did grab him back. I honestly believe she was just defending herself, if anything, possibly, because she was recording him doing some shit that she's needed to prove for a long time, and he was actually saying it, and she actually got it, and she was recording it, and he didn't like that shit, and he took over, and then he wants to say like she hit me, like nigga, what was you doing to make her hit you? Like
Right.
I don't agree with him. Like I'm not on his side or anything. Like and like every time he came out, like I just don't trust him. Like I just don't. So maybe I'm a little biased. I don't know where Kaya went. She dropped the hell out. But yeah, that's what I think.
I think Tamar is guilty of moving too fast. That she was, he probably wooed her, oh, I'm a multi-millionaire and I'm a financial advisor and I can help you. And she was, ooh, this is my new thing. And um, I think that she was already breaking. She probably started breaking down long before she even got with David. David probably sensed a wounded person. I mean, t- to me, Tamar, the way she acts towards her sisters and her being loud and aggressive comes from her being the baby. Always want to be seen and heard, fighting for a spot in the family with having multiple siblings. And even when she got with Vince, seeing Vince build other people careers up and never giving her a chance. And then when she finally got her chance, even hearing her say that the only person she ever worked with was Vince and LaShawn to produce and write her songs, that she's never been in the studio with any other producer, speaks volumes.
Yeah, hold on. I have a
Um,
question. I have a question real quick. Tamar is
okay.
always popping off. I will absolutely agree with that. But when can someone answer this? When Tamar is popping off, do she be bugging up to her sisters like she actually about to swing on them?
No, Tracy trying to swing on
No,
her.
not at all.
Tamar is
Tracy always trying to swing on her.
that. Tamar is not on that.
Tamar is
Like
not a
there's
fighter.
people with that mouth, but they are not because they know the repercussions. They know the repercussions, and they know they cannot defend the repercussions. So she may be at the mouth with her sisters, but soon as one of the sisters, I think it's Tracy, start acting like she will swing on her, Tamar will fold back, like, because she's not with that fighting shit, and she has said that
Mhm.
many times.
Well, don't jump up.
Yeah, I've heard her even say to Tracy, like, Tracy, why are you trying to fight me? Why? I don't think that Tamar is a fighter. That's why when I first heard this, I'm like, Tamar has a lot of mouth and a lot of attitude, but she's not a fighter. She's not one that, you know, I just can't see her fighting. Not physically. I don't. I see her with a lot of mouth. Yeah. I hear, she have a lot of mouth and a lot of attitude, but not to be throwing some blows, especially in a car where somebody's driving fast. He could have went off a cliff or something in California.
Somebody says so she has mouth but can't back it up. Yes.
Right. Pretty much, yes. Exactly.
But
she's probably from the school of just my words, doesn't warrant you to hit me. I should be able to speak my mind without you wanting to hit me.
One of those people, one of those Kenyans. Like, why you hit me?
Listen, I have a 22-year-old daughter, and she is full of mouth. When I say full of mouth, but as soon as somebody buck to her, she fold. Oh, you trying to kill me? No, ain't nobody trying to kill you. But you want to talk all that noise until somebody swing on you. Then you're trying to beat me up. So I kind of see, I see both sides of it. Like, yeah, you can have a lot of mouth and can't back it up. It's the quiet ones you have to watch. The ones that somebody talking noise, they don't say nothing. Them the ones that swing on you.
Kai, you came in very quiet. What are your thoughts?
Listening to y'all. Nothing. David is a murderer. That's all.
You can't say that on YouTube.
David is a murderer. He gave us the whole plan. He is a murderer.
On my channel.
I'm sorry.
Can you say allegedly?
Oh, allegedly. Well, in my opinion, he is giving all the specific. Stop laughing. He's acting like the people I see on 2020. He's a murderer, man. This is crazy. Like, I see this shit every day. Like, this can't be real. It's crazy.
Kaya have solved it. He's a whole allegedly.
That's it. It's crazy, man. I watch every day like this can't be real, and it keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
So I'm scared for tomorrow.
I know. It seems like every so often some more details comes out about Tamar, and then
it was
Tamar. But it was all David had always been in the question though, from the very, very beginning, from the news that she allegedly tried to commit suicide. He has always been in question, and
this is like a Lifetime movie to me.
Yeah.
Like the husband, they think is like picture perfect, and then low key, he's a murderer. He displaces the family. Like this is what it turned out to a damn
That's why
Lifetime
I question
movie.
him. What?
He's crazy. Hell, I'm scared of David. This is crazy.
So I wonder what the text messages from Tamar and David are gonna say. David is smart. So whatever he,
I feel like if she texts him like, "David, you tried to kill me," hear her the back like, "Me try to kill you? I love you."
He knows can be shown. He's smart like that.
I feel like he'll say something crazy like that. That's how you know you a psycho. That's psycho stuff.
I think he's smart enough to not say anything crazy in the text.
He's a psycho.
T quiet. She like, nah.
I'm
he's not crazy.
Mode right now.
She outnumbered.
I think he's a psychopath.
T, this is a murderer / psychopath.
She met her
He a
match.
damn villain, T.
She met her match. That's my
He's
word.
a villain.
So you think Tamar is a murderer? Allegedly?
He there messing with. She'll do anything.
What?
She messing with them people, them dream work people and root people. Yes, she do anything too.
T, where you live? Where you from?
And you put my business out there.
Memphis.
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay.
No, I don't know if she in Memphis. I know I said she in Mississippi and she tried to cuss me out like I ain't no Mississippi. So she's somewhere around there.
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Fayetteville.
Oh no, then you going too deep. I'm tell you like
I know I got your government name here and everything.
near Raleigh. Oh, how can I get this police report now?
Okay, where do they live?
They live in California. I done got here address and everything.
What county? What
Took place at?
huh?
I don't know where it took place at.
It doesn't matter. He filed in LA, so well most likely.
Like 5,000 counties over here. I don't look. It's gonna ask you what jurisdiction did it happen and what were the date.
Nah, you can find it by names.
It said he an insurance agent.
Oh no.
He said insurance?
He probably got a policy on Tamar. T, you don't find it creepy that he texts Vince talking about he still want to help him raise his son to be a future president or prince?
Oh my, he was gonna take him back to Africa.
Oh my.
That is weird as hell.
I want to
I
be
wish
shot.
one of my exes would say,
Like, you ain't his daddy. Like
what'd you say, Glock?
I said, like, you ain't his daddy.
You ain't
don't
even his
got no-
stepdaddy.
Yeah. Like,
But sleeping in the same bed together, so hey, we got some kind of connection.
I wonder what the hell he's seen and heard.
I just go back to the way he was feeding her drinks on whenever they went on their little lives. He just steady feeding Tamar drinks. Was he putting something in that girl drinks?
Probably was to make her seem crazy, but let me not say that.
Snap.
I'll take that back.
Stay off Snap. Stop watching that show.
I don't watch that show, but
I'm talking to Trina.
Girl, I done watched way too much Snapped and ID channel and Lifetime movies. It don't put nothing. I don't put anything past Hollywood. You know, it's just yeah. I my mind goes there. Like it's just. It's almost like the perfect plan. How long has he been plotting and scheming?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm sure all of us have had some type of bad relationship. When you break up, when something go bad, you ready to get the hell away from that person and don't want to have nothing else to do with them, let alone go on live to tell the whole world what happened in the relationship. I'm trying to get away from it. And I'm sure if he an insurance agent, he had insurance. So if she vandalized his car, he can file the insurance policy.
Trina.
Huh?
To invest it, baby.
I'm just saying.
You have to do like me, just digress. I bet. You
but you the one trying to find a police report.
I just want to see what the charges was, what had happened. Now I done paid $2 for nothing.
Wow. Can't even find Can't even find it. What's your login? Let me look for you. Let me use it before your 24 hours is up.
This is crazy.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look when we get off.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for the police
police
report,
report.
the restraining
The
order.
police report.
Oh,
Not-
okay.
The restraining
If it's even one.
Right?
He probably lied and said that.
The court documents that, yeah, that's we got these text messages from.
I know
Take
what I'm
too fast. The ink wasn't even dry on her divorce papers. No, there was not. I just kept thinking
Hey, Mom.
doing quarantine and couple. It was just different. He probably separated her from all her friends. Isolation is key. It
That's
is.
just sad.
Well, yeah, that's that. We about to bounce out of here for after
I
this.
agree, Anika. I agree.
Nobody knows anything about this guy. That's crazy. Is he really a financial advisor though?
Yeah, insurance agent.
Where you
I'm
get that
sorry?
from, T?
Huh?
Where you get that information from?
I paid to pull his stuff. I pulled his stuff.
T.
Wait a minute now. We
His
got
real name is David?
huh?
Or is that just, his real name is David, or is that just like a nickname? I thought he was denied the restraining order. In his live, he said it was a civil case at this point. Yeah,
I thought that too. This is crazy. Ranger Graves. These comments are funny. David is creepy. His voice is creepy. Everything. Ugh.
he always got sunglasses on at events.
He sure does.
I'm surprised
I don't know
he got
why.
sunglasses on in that live.
With sunglasses on. Ugh.
They got a whole bunch of
Princess AG.
He looked like Stonehenge.
I hope he's not investing a lot of her money though. That'd be scary.
Who even
I hope
knows?
she didn't.
Didn't she win Big Brother?
Princess AG did a video on David.
No, y'all gonna have to check that out. he isn't.
He's
looks
not.
He's
from
not.
the opinion.
Oh,
It's a lot going on.
I always
Trina, you going in and out? Trina. So, any last words?
No, I'm gonna go back.
nah,
David's a murderer. David's a murderer. Those are my last words. And a psychopath.
Okay.
Right, I'm serious. He's giving us all the tools. He's dropping all these gems. He is a murderer.
that's my question, Juicy Dick Girl. What's her name? Drugit. Don't worry about
What?
it. DROOSY.
So why was she staying with and defending a crazy man?
That's my question.
Maybe she thought she could change him.
You done
I
had
don't think like that, but that's something I can think of.
voting. My question is, you said about the first husband. Oh, God really saved me from that marriage because I didn't know who I was, so I couldn't tell nobody what I was going through. Then with Vince, she ain't tell nobody about who bit who or none of that. The mama came out and told. I just
He
don't
thought
want. No.
if she was abusive, why did he stay? Like,
Maybe that was her first time here.
Oh God.
Well, David's so
Remember when she
murderer.
was talking about how fine he was before she would show his face?
Right. But in the meantime, you also saying My son sleeping in the bed with us. What?
Oh my
It's
god! Now that I think about it, like, whose idea was that?
hers.
Oh, well, ugh. Where am I at? I deleted my
I
text.
still think he tried to kill her.
Oh my goodness.
I just don't like David. He is a psycho.
Live halfway over, and I put my thumbnail up.
Mm-hmm. She was always saying how fine he was. I feel like he did put a root on her or something because she was so just enamored by him.
Look how she used to act over Vince. And when he got skinny, she really he didn't get skinny, but he
He
lost
lost
weight,
weight.
and she really went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch Tamar and Vince. She really was like, "Who you looking at? Why you looking at?" I don't know. I mean,
That's insecurities.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going that far, man. Oh, we bought the leave trainer.
What'd you say?
let
I
me
said,
go before he boot me. I'm gone.
I said we
I'm about
bought
to
the
go. I
leave.
already said my part.
Yeah,
He's a murderer.
yeah,
Bye.
we're done.
Oh, he was talking trash.
We're done with David. The consensus is out, and the people believe. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but most of the people believe that David David is that guy. David did something. David is trying to shape the narrative. David has been leaking things to the press and to the blogs, and Tamar has as well. One little thing, but yeah, David wants to be innocent before we even thought he was guilty, and I think I think more text messages about David and Tamar will come out, and this story will never die. But I think the best thing out of this situation is that Tamar's ex-husband Vince says that situation is done. David says that situation is done, and Tamar can be to herself now. I don't think her and Vince are trying to get back together, but I do think Tamar needs some time to herself with the people who mean the most to her, her family and her son, and to really see what life like, really see what a blessing life is and what a talent she has. And I hope the best for her. I hope she is getting better through this crazy, crazy situation that is going to play out for the next coming months. Thank you to everybody that came through. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, like this video. Um, if you watch Potomac, we will be back tomorrow. I got to get some sleep, so I am not tired as hell when I come on tomorrow. I will see you guys. Put your guns up in the chat, and this has been a fun one. And this is Black Topics.